And we're live.
It's a podcast.
Yeah.
It's a podcast.
Podcast number 4.
Keep saying podcast.
It's our
what it sounds
month
like a word,
anniversary.
podcast.
We've been doing it for a month. Four
We
weeks.
have 4 weeks.
4 weeks is a month.
Oh, it's our month anniversary. Oh.
Holy shit.
And I didn't get you guys anything.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
fuck
got-
you, Ollie. Made that joke
You
sooner.
said it first. Beat me by a second. Don't I feel bad?
That's
wow.
my sex life summed up in
Yeah.
one sentence.
Gross.
Yay! It's a podcast.
Definitely a podcast.
Hey everybody.
Stuff happened.
How we
Stuff-
doing?
sweet.
How is everybody today?
Let us know in the
Good.
chat.
Not
No
not
one.
not you. I don't care about the viewers. I'm just talking to people on the podcast. It's good. It's going
Yeah.
good. Life is
I feel better
busy.
than last Sunday. I
Yeah,
went to bed
definitely
at a
better.
reasonable hour.
Why
Yeah.
did we? Why was last week so garbage?
Because we went to,
No.
like, Ollie was out all dressed up like a lady.
That's true.
That's
and we
true.
stayed up all night.
It was
with
like
some
end. It was
burgers.
like end of our first week at uni as well.
That's true. That's true. I think
So
we
we're all
a little
getting
bit
used to that.
dampened.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But this
Um,
morning, I woke up. I had a shower,
was
did a
great.
hoovering, some washing up.
Yeah, I wanted to
was
ask you
just
about that. What the fuck happened?
I'm just because
Why?
Because Bradley was like, "Oh, the lounge needs hoovering." It's like, "Oh, I'll do it on the weekend," so I did do it. And I was like, "You know what? I'm already cleaning, so I might as well do some of the washing up."
I feel like you want something. I feel like there's no reason for you to do that except for wanting leverage.
I like doing nice things for,
In
for
like,
the
in like
certain people.
Yeah, I was gonna
4
say.
years, I was gonna be like, remember when I cleaned the house that one time?
Yeah.
Give me kidneys.
I need. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need $1 million.
Need
Yeah.
kidney money.
Kidney money. Oh,
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot. It's like 4 kidneys probably.
Probably more.
You-
I don't know, probably left like 2.5.
Two
See,
and
I
a
just
half-
need half a
think
kidney.
You think a
half-
kidney's a $500,000? I don't think it's that
Well,
much.
whose kidneys are they?
It's true.
Think about quality of kidney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. This is a vegan kidney who's on an
Ugh.
exclusively water diet, and you're like, I will ruin it. Give it to me.
I don't want that. It's not strong enough.
It's not trained.
It's like
Yeah.
a shot, and I'm like, yeah.
Rick Sanchez's kidney.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
take
like
it.
George Best's kidneys.
Yeah.
Right.
Too soon? No, it's
Nah.
It's like 12
Fucking
years.
how many people even know you exist?
Yeah, no. What was I going to say? Oh, you said something before the podcast, and I said, oh, that reminded me I wanted to talk about something like that, and I've already forgotten what it was.
We saw, because of on Facebook Memories, I saw a video.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So you're going to talk about something?
So I had this really weird thing. I was about to take a sip of tea, but I'm talking now.
Yeah,
So I had this
tea's
really
a bad idea, isn't it, people? Share in the comments your opinions on tea while recording podcasts.
I like tea.
Do
so
you
I,
like
so
tea?
I was having a conversation. I don't know if it was with one of you guys or whether it was with our friend Jake. But we were talking about the premise of like stumbling across old nudes
Oh, yeah.
of like significant others.
Yeah.
That you may or may not still be with, but it was from when they were younger and when you were obviously younger as well. So we're all 20, 21. So if you stumble across a nude that's like 4 years old that you like shit on Facebook Messenger with them or something,
Shit
you don't
on
shit on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Hey,
But you know
Mum.
what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you
Just
you
sharing
send
your
it over
mum's
Messenger.
nudes. When I do that,
Share all these mum's nudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
But like, how messed up is that? Because at the time
Not
you
really,
were
'cause,
of
like,
age.
Also, if we're
Yeah.
like 20 or something under 4 years, that's still legal. Still legal.
No, it isn't.
It is.
4 years? No, 16. If
16 is
they're
legal.
under
18.
No, it's 16. Legal age to have sex, isn't it?
yes, but if
Legal
your
age to-
partner is also under 18, so once you get over 18, you can't have sexual
that's-
intercourse with anyone under 18.
Is that true?
No,
That
that's
fact check it.
that's
I'll
not
fact
true.
check that.
I
I'm
am
not true.
90%
UK
sure.
sex laws.
I'm so jumping straight into the sex
I don't say it doesn't
podcast.
matter. Like, I've stumbled across my own nudes and gone, wow, that's a good angle. I'll
Yeah,
save that
yeah, and you're like
reuse
using
it
it
at
for
some
like.
point.
Weren't you
Yeah.
15 when you took that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was in my prime, my
Look.
sexual prime.
How virile I look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so, like, I haven't received many a nude in my time.
Many a nude.
And like, if they were on like Kick and stuff, because like Facebook's like
Oh.
easily fucking hacked and
Yeah.
shit. So like,
Yeah.
a few people are like, yeah, I don't really want to do it on there, but I'll do it on like Kick
People
and stuff."
assume that Snapchat is better for it. It's absolutely
It's not. Literally
better
every
for it.
photo you send on
It's
Snapchat,
archived.
it's saved by Snapchat.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
They own
because it's a terms and conditions thing of
Yeah.
like if you send hate, it doesn't
Mm.
get fucking eradicated into the
Mm.
ether. Have you found it?
It doesn't say anything about.
So is it literally just 16?
Yes.
Oh no, you're all right.
There you go.
It is an offence for a person aged 18 or over to have any sexual activity with a person under the age of 18.
There you go. I did say. So again,
Where is that? Is that in England?
England and Wales.
Oh, if the older person holds a position of trust, such as teacher or social worker.
Mm.
Okay.
I was like, it couldn't. Yeah, it could be like you, an 18-year-old couldn't be dating a 17-year-old, and it'd be like prison. Like,
Yeah.
So there you go. So if it's a
Right.
position
So
of-
I've misheard that
position
somewhere
position of power,
Then it's
that is
fucked up.
yeah. So you could be
18
a 6-year-old man,
With a
but as long as your
16
job is like a bin man or something.
so
then
long
you
as
can
you're not in a
shag
position
a
of
16-year-old.
trust. Wow. I mean, with
Oh,
her-
you trust your bin men? I feel like I trust my bin
well,
men.
yeah, they go through your stuff. They
I
get
trust
all your
them.
sex toy packages.
I trust them to come in the morning and take my stuff away.
They'd be coming in the morning, all right.
Ooh.
Woo!
God.
Yeah,
Hashtag respect the bin man.
yeah. So I just thought that was a weird one because we got onto a topic and it's like it's not. Because the thing is, like, when you get to like marriage and once you're like 65, you will have photos of your significant other when they were like 25, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, she was beautiful back then, or like, oh, she was really really
Look at
hot
her
back then.
now.
Look at her now. It's gross. But like,
Milk.
but if so the difference is because you were also with her at the time, it's okay. But if like
Yeah.
a random 65-year-old picked up a picture of a 20-year-old and was like, "Whoa, I'd give it," like,
Yeah.
then
no, yeah,
it's
then
gross.
it's weird.
So like, why?
It's just
Because you were
society's
there-
opinion, yeah. Like,
No, but it's like you can't just pick up a picture of a random person and be like, "Oh, I'd give it."
I mean, we
No,
all
you-
do, but yeah.
Well, yeah, it's still weird.
Yeah,
but
no,
if
you're
it's
right.
someone that you've been with for the past like 40 odd years,
Then you're like,
That
just
you
I feel like
know.
I feel like you don't even need to say "for I was," like "for I have."
I did.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah,
Well,
like-
I did.
remember that time when I did?
yeah, "for I wouldn't
Remember our
anymore."
4 kids?
Yeah.
Like, if I could get it up now, I wouldn't.
Not for you.
Oh. So old people are gross.
Old man dicks.
Old man penises.
That made a noise, Jack.
Yeah, of course it made a noise.
Remember last week when Hal made a noise?
Yeah.
Now you're making noises.
Yeah, I
Oh,
dropped
boy.
a guitar pick and you like jumped down my throat about
That's
it.
different to like you made a fucking error. I like carefully placed something down.
You're gonna be
Badly.
doing that. You're gonna be doing that constantly.
I'll pick it up one more time. Okay. Is that okay?
No.
Why?
That voice was not okay.
You're not okay.
Speaking of weird man, old sex. Mm,
Wow, that's a segue.
it is.
Aren't segues weird?
Let's speak about Harvey Weinstein.
Go for
Oh,
it.
Yay!
I don't really want to.
Isn't that awesome?
I mean,
Creepy motherfucker.
the worst bit is of the news to come out of it for me is the fact that we're just not surprised anymore. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, another old guy is a pervert. Like,
Wow,
yeah.
what else new? Yeah.
Old
The-
wealthy guy in showbiz. Oh.
Yeah, has been
Fucking-
abusing and misleading and mistreating people.
Yeah.
Not just women either, like men and women, mainly women. But it's just not a surprise anymore. It's so sad that
Which is
it's
really
not a
fucking sad.
surprise that you're just like, oh, got another one, as if like we know there are more out there. Like some guy with a butterfly net is going around fucking.
Catching paedophiles and
No, more a philanderer.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it. He
Don't think he
was-
touched kids.
No.
was
He probably
Wanking
touched
it.
20-year-olds.
I mean,
wanking at a distance.
yeah, yeah,
Think about all like the kid stars that there are as well.
Mm.
They would have all been manipulated into.
yeah.
into
It's
shit like
weird
that.
shit. Like, yeah, it's bad, man. And
How do you explain Miley Cyrus?
Oh wow!
well, yeah.
Sorry, Miley, if you're listening.
Yeah.
If you are, what's wrong with
Why?
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? But also promote us.
Yeah. Write songs.
That'd be nice.
Right.
If you can write songs. I don't know.
She can't write songs.
Or sing.
Yeah, you know.
I rate
She can
her.
sing
I
as
rate her.
well as the next person.
Who's the next person?
Me? I don't know. Who's the next person?
Helen Keller. Yeah.
I mean, she probably can't sing.
You don't know that. You never met her.
You never. So I was talking. Right. So this was a really.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead,
for
go
a
ahead.
thing
Make
about
your point.
about what you said before we started about that video about when people saying like the people who are coming forward about Harvey Weinstein are damaging the acting industry.
yeah.
I was going to say most actors going into the industry are aware of the sort of shit that one day you'll get pervy directors who'll be like, well, if you want this part, you might have to do you might have to do an extra audition mine, or you'll let me take you on a date and stuff like that. And like it's sad that that's a part of the fucking industry, that it's like, well, I might have to suck a dude's dick at one point.
Yeah.
What's the thing is about that though is that that's not exclusive to the acting world.
No.
Anyone fucking hiring anyone could be like, I'll hire you if you suck my dick.
Yeah.
Like anyone can say that phrase.
Yeah, of
I think it's more that in the acting industry, it's a known quantity.
I think that's
like,
just
you'll get
thing that
directors
we
and everything.
think,
You get
though.
actors going, yeah, if you do work with him, he might take a liking to you, and if you want a good part, then
you
like
gotta suck a
that
dick.
sort of shit, and stuff like that, and being forced to do drugs and stuff like that.
I guess the thing is with acting is that you go for interviews / auditions way more frequently than you do in an everyday job.
Yeah.
Like
you meet more bosses, quote unquote.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that's the thing, is that it's literally just the law of probability that like by meeting more directors,
you'll meet
meet more weird people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you worked in an office, you might only ever go for 3 interviews in your life. You know, you'll go for 1 to get entry level, then you'll go for the step above and the step above, and then by that time you're executive.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like with an actor, it's every 6 months. That's if you hold a steady fucking
like literally 1 a week.
1 a week, 1 a month, you know. So I think it's just the law of probability that you just end up with more weirdos crossing your path because there are more people crossing your path.
Yeah, true.
Also because the acting industry is very sexually charged,
fickle
industry, and everything. Everything's about image, and how much you are liked, and everything's to do with sex appeal and how much they can sell you as a human. Which is just prostitution, but you're singing instead.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna pay you to sing to me.
Literally. And it's just weird that like you get like we're at uni now. Most people are like, I probably would.
I was gonna say. So I was just gonna say. I was gonna ask. I was gonna be like, would you fuck a guy? Like well, I mean, Hal, you bat for both teams. Ollie, you're a straight guy.
I'm a straight guy.
Would you suck a dick for a role?
If it was like if Wes Anderson was like, suck my dick and you can get a part of a new film,
hands down would suck his knob.
Yeah, like George Lucas, Spielberg, Scorsese.
I'm doing it.
I'm
doing it all at the same time. I'm taking all the dicks,
all them dicks,
letting them do whatever the fuck they want.
Oscars and Golden Globes on your head.
Yeah. Honestly, this might seem insensitive, but that is genuinely a question that you kind of have to ask yourself as well. Which is, again, it's awful, it's horrible, it's not good, and this conversation might seem like, given the recent news, that it is quite insensitive, because it's a very scarring thing, I'm sure, to have someone approach you like that when you've gone to be professional, when you know, it's hard enough for actors to be taken seriously anyway, like, you know, by friends and family. When you tell them I'm an actor, they're like, oh, what do you really do? And you're like, no, I'm like a full-time professional actor. I've had 3 years of training. I do this. So for you to go into the industry, into a room where there are professionals, and to have you undermined and sort of belittled into just a sexual object must be horrendous. I'm just saying, I don't think that would be a deal breaker for me, personally.
I think like comparing it to like the whole like Weinstein and everything, it's because of how he went about it.
Well,
horrifying.
Because I heard Gwyneth Paltrow's story where, where it was like he was so nice. He was such a nice guy to be around.
That's the worst.
And he made her feel so welcome into the industry and all that. And then it was just, so why don't you go into my room and we can talk more about it. And just then it was just like boom,
creepy.
Yeah. Not getting into that.
Yeah, because wasn't it Cara Delevingne had like a really weird experience with him? I'm pretty sure it was Cara Delevingne. I might be misquoting that, but I think it is. Sort of towards obviously the later end of his career, I suppose, when she was sort of becoming big. She went for an audition with him. He said, "That's lovely," and he was immediately flirty, and she was like, "Oh, this is sleazy. This is gross. I don't like this." He took her. The events transpired that she ended up going to a hotel room with him because it was like, I'd like you to do an audition for me. Again, that
just
fucking
me
line.
in a room.
Yeah, well, no, this is the thing, is that she said no, and she was like, no, thank you, I'll just leave. And his secretary, a woman, was like, I think you should go with him, I think you should do it. So it was that, like, security of, like, the implication that there was safety there. She goes up, and there is another girl in the room.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, do stuff. And she was like, all I could think of was, I said, I can sing. And she just started singing. And it's like, oh, it's so sad, and it's so awkward and horrendous. And she managed to get out of the situation. But it's just awful that, like what power does to people as well, that you're like, I'm a powerful guy, I can do this,
I own my own company,
right? What are you going to do?
This is like the sort of name that he has. He can literally just go, don't hire Cara Delevingne, she's terrible to work with, and loads of people in the industry like, alright,
okay,
Harvey said so.
Harvey Weinstein is a big guy, a big name, like, I'm going to take his word over like some nothing actress at the time. Obviously she's a bigger name now, but you know, it's just bad, man.
Like him, I can't remember who it was, in the fucking, like, in a hallway making an advance. They said no, so he got his cock out and jerked off into a flower pot.
That was one of his secretaries, I think.
Yeah,
but
like, he came in a flower pot.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
He had a photo of her, and he said, "I want to jerk off to the photo, whilst you're in the room." And she was like, "No, that's fucking weird." So he just did it. He just did it into a fucking plant pot, whilst she was in the hallway. And the weirdest thing about that is that there is fuck all you can do.
What do you do?
And it's so indirect to you that, like,
hopefully you're carrying a book and you're like,
But, like, you know, it's like it's not. It's way worse than. But the only thing I can compare it to is when you ever see a woman on YouTube and guys write in the comments, they're like, "Oh, I fap to you," or like, "Oh, I want to fuck you." It's like, because you have those thoughts, I can't do anything about that. You've just made me horrendously uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And you've objectified me, and this is horrible.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird as a thing to do, because you have just fucked with that person because of your own thought process, and it's so messed up. It's so bad. It's
well, why are we going into this industry?
Well,
let's become accountant.
I want to be a Star Wars character. That's why. I want to be a Jedi.
I'd like to be an extra in a Marvel film.
That's
like,
it.
That'd be enough for me.
No, I want to make it big. I want to be
a
fucking...
hobbit.
No, you could. You have the feet for it.
Yeah, I got little furry feet.
Little furry feet. Sorry, just move my
thinking
chair.
of funny, when you said like about like the YouTube comments, it just reminded me of a funnier side of that.
Yay! Let's move
if
on.
Go to like Pornhub and porn websites, and the idea that someone on a porn website, you know what we need for these videos that people masturbate to? Comment section, because they're the best things ever. Because it's always like guys going, "Oh God, I absolutely destroy you. Like I wish I was that dude." And then it's like quite clearly fake female accounts. Like, I figured myself out of this. It's like,
It's like, no, what's worse than that is it's like, I love this video. If you want to see me fucking myself, come to this web. And you're like,
the same on YouTube where it's like, "Oh, I make gaming videos. Come and watch my channel. Support me."
It's like, oh God, oh God.
There's a thing. I found out there's a thing called #OpenRP in the comment section of like porn vids and stuff. Like, you go like, it's like I held you down. #OpenRP. Then like someone underneath goes like, I kiss you on the lips. #OpenRP. It's like, I squirm and try to get away. #OpenRP. And it's like keeps going. It's like
Oh,
it's like
no.
you treat Pornhub like everyone else treats it. You find a video, it takes 20 minutes. You jack off for 5, finish, and then go, "Why did I watch this?" Turn it off.
Feel
Forget
sad
about
for
it.
the next week.
Take a shower.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Do it again the next day.
No one's ever had a wank and gone, "Oh, that was good.
No.
I feel really good about myself
No.
now."
No. There's always that moment.
I've got that
of,
poison out my body now.
Yeah.
I
That's all
cannot
it
have
is.
horrifyingly dirty thoughts today. I could just
Intrusive.
have normal dirty thoughts.
Little did you know, you are the poison.
Yeah. You
Toxic
produce
you.
it. It's you.
It's your toxic goop.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So we got our headshots done this week,
We did get our headshots
which is
done.
it's an exciting experience.
It's really nice.
Because like you feel professional, you're getting your professional photo taken.
It's
It's
weird. I had to get
it's
my
good.
cock out. But...
Harvey.
Those dirty thoughts.
Yeah, Harvey was in the room.
Oh, he was fucking a plant.
Yes.
Just there,
In the
just going
corner,
Just
ham.
going to town on a cantaloupe.
Oh no.
At least he microwaved it for us.
Yeah. He's gotta be warm. He's not a fucking animal.
God.
He's just a manimal.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the
Go ahead.
Okay, so I've got a story about the photographer. He's a great guy.
He was lovely. He was really,
guy.
really nice.
Lovely guy.
He was very complimentary as well, and I get that he does that for everyone. Because if he didn't, then you'd cry in your headshot.
Feel shit.
God, you're fucking ugly.
Yeah, right. You know what?
Put the lens cap
Turn
on.
180. Turn 180. That we'll take those.
Back
ones.
of the headshot.
Yeah.
I'll superimpose some googly eyes in the mouth. Back of your head.
Yeah. But he was really nice.
Yeah. So I was waiting for my turn to go. I went to the toilet. I was sorting my beard out. I had to trim my beard down.
Yeah.
It's looking a bit uneven today, Ollie.
Is it?
It is.
You sort it out.
The right side is like up here, the left side is down here.
Oh no.
See? Yeah.
To be fair, I do have a patch in it. Like
Do
a
you?
little bald.
No, that's not the
that's
issue.
not it. No,
right.
The issue.
No.
Never mind. I'll
It's
sort
just
that
really
later.
distracting. Go shave
So,
it right now.
So I went
Like
to.
last week, you just weird neck hair.
I have loads of those, by the way.
Oh, yeah, you
like,
do, actually.
I like now that you've noticed them, you won't be able to not see them.
No.
But I do try to get them when I shave. But like they
You
just
gotta pluck those bad boys out.
right. But the thing is, they're so fair that I miss them.
No.
But
I grabbed one. I've got to get one.
No.
Let me get one.
Get off me!
Let me get one.
No, you also have an eyelash on your eyelash.
Guys, no one can see this.
Yeah, I know this is great for an audio podcast.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me get it.
Go on.
There you go.
I
got
pulled
it.
an
It was a
eyelash
bit of
out
fluff.
when I moved in like a couple of weeks ago, and it was like fucking. It was like an inch and a half long. I was
Jesus
like, oh my god!
That was what was holding my eye shut.
Sure, it wasn't a head hair that just fell into your eye.
No, it was like I was like, oh, what the fuck's that? Ow!
It was the root of my powers.
Anyway, so I went to the
Yes.
toilet. I went to the toilet to sort my face out, and then
Oh.
so he walks in. He walks in just as I go in. I'm like, oh hi, my name's Ollie. All that stuff. And he goes for a pee. It was the weirdest pee I've ever listened to in my life.
So were you listening?
Well, you can't not
you can't
listen.
not listen. It was there's no other sounds. There's no music playing in the fucking bathroom.
Like lift music. While
So if
someone's taking a
I'm
shit.
gonna try and recreate the sound of the pee just with my voice.
I hope you've been practicing all week.
I haven't.
Well, I'm disappointed.
So it kind of went like this.
Jesus Christ! What is he doing?
I
Is he
don't
like
know.
working on his control?
These Kegels just like.
You put your thumb over the end.
No, but that's a thing apparently. If you want like a stronger ejaculate, you can like
You can train
yeah.
under floor muscle or something like that.
You mean
Yeah.
pelvic floor muscle?
Pelvic floor, that's the one.
Yeah.
Underfloor. is that it?
Underfloor muscles.
You're
know
stretching
that.
your underfloor muscles, and then
Yeah,
your
but, like,
overfloor muscles.
Then yeah, so you can like stop and start, but you don't do that in a public bathroom where there's
Yeah.
other people. Where he's like, I'm working on my cum technique. It's so.
The
gross.
car actually was doing that.
I hope
I
not.
don't think so.
I hope not.
But yeah, it was really strange. So afterwards, like it was like during the session, we went outside to take some photos. We came back in. On the way back in, there were a group of girls who were waiting. We got 2 black girls in our group in our class. So when we walked through, they're both waiting to get their photos taken.
Sure.
He looks at them both and goes, "Oh, are you twins?"
Oh, they're not twins.
They're
by
not
the way.
twins.
Spoiler alert.
So I just kind of stood there.
They
and
also look nothing alike.
not. So this is the next bit. So I just stood there and kind of thought to myself, "Wow, that was racist." and then he goes, he looks at them both a bit for like a few seconds longer and goes, "Oh no, now that I look at you, you're not twins.
You're just black.
You're just
wow.
black." And I didn't say anything, but I gave them both a look, and I was like, "That
Oh.
happened, didn't it? That just happened, right?"
No.
And kind of carried on into the room.
Oh no.
And I just didn't say anything. Like, what do you say to that? I can't
No.
bring it up.
You
So,
can't.
like, I can't call
You
my
can't have been like,
photographer a
wow,
racist.
that was awkward. Like, you
Yeah.
can't do that. Oh no.
Kind of let it slide. But now that
See, now you were telling me that he did something vaguely racist, and I assumed it was something with you because, like, you look Middle Eastern /
European-ish,
Portuguese,
yeah.
Mediterranean, but your nationality is ambiguous to look at.
yeah.
So I figured he was gonna be like, "So what are you?" or something like that, and be like, "Oh, that was a bit
Never
awkward."
met an Iranian before. Like.
But good God,
Yeah.
that is not good.
Yeah, no.
That's bad. I've heard.
He's a photographer. He should be able to notice.
No faces.
Yeah, small differences in people.
Faces.
Mind you, it happens when we're in like class and stuff. You'll get the two names mixed up.
Yeah.
And and don't get me wrong, that's not racist, right? Because there are a lot of there are blonde girls that will be like their names will be interchanged and things, and I mean, hell, Jake mistook me for Ollie the other day, and we look nothing alike. Like, it is
Jake's
an honest
fucking moron.
Actually, to be fair, it was last
Love you,
week.
Jake.
You and we've got a girl called Ellen.
You were Ellen.
You were wearing the same kind of t-shirt with your hair in the same style, and just in my peripheral vision, I was like, "There's Ellen," and then Ellen walked past me, and I went, "Wait, what?"
The fuck. Poor Ellen, that's not offensive to me. That's her. Poor her.
Oh,
but no, sorry. But there you go. Like, there's honest mistakes that you're like, oh, it is because you look similar.
Yeah.
Then there's that where you're like, are you twins? That one's bad because they do not look the same.
Yeah.
Really.
No, they do not, do they?
No. So I had an awkward thing with the photographer as well, where so I was first to go and get my headshots done, so I had to find my way to where we were and all that shit. I get down onto the floor that we're taking the photos, and as I open the door to go through, he's coming through on my right. Mm-hmm. I don't know it's him, so I go to be like, oh, are you the photographer? I go to do that, and then I realize, wait, my brain interjects. He's like, wait, if this isn't the photographer, this is going to be really awkward, so don't say anything. Ooh, by this point, right. I've already pointed at him and gone to say a sentence, realised that maybe I shouldn't say a sentence, and I just pulled out. I just did a 180 and turned to the room that we were going to.
Jesus fucking
To which he just goes, hiya. He was like, are you my first headshot? And I was like, yeah. And I had to dig myself out of the hole of I thought it was you, but I didn't want to say anything. And he was like, right.
This guy's a fucking idiot.
It was the worst start to a meet I've ever fucking had.
Jesus.
It was so awkward. I was so embarrassed. It was the worst.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Again, it was the fact that I fucking pointed, and then my brain was like, don't say anything. Why? Just run. Okay. He's like, hi. Who's this fucking
your higher brain functions are.
Idiot kid? It was so bad. It was so bad. It wasn't good. But the headshots looked good at the end.
Yeah, he's a very good photographer.
He was good.
The guys have heard this multiple times, but he said I look like Leonardo DiCaprio, and I nearly fucked him.
You don't, by the way.
Well, he said I did.
Yeah.
I trust his eyes more than yours.
You don't. You don't. You're blonde.
I mean, to be fair, he said my toothy grin headshot was good, and I was like, no.
Every time he was like, do a toothy grin, I was like,
Don't really want to do
no.
that.
No, I don't want to do it.
Toothy grins are psychopathic.
Yeah.
And then when we went outside, we went to there's a little bike shed underneath the building. He's the only one that had the key to it.
Yes, yeah.
So he scanned the key in the door, opened the door to the bike shed, and just the idea of a 50-year-old guy taking you into a bike shed that only he's got the key to.
It was a bit Weinstein.
It was a bit... You didn't say that. You can't say that.
Hashtag bit Weinstein.
Hashtag a bit Weinstein. Oh.
Just any other context for that would be weird, but
yeah,
we understood what was happening.
We got it.
Fine.
And they made for really good photos in the bike shed.
Yeah. To be fair,
they were good. They were good photos. Yeah.
It's he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So it set us back 70 quid for a half-hour slot. And I felt really hurt though, taking the cash out. It's one of those things that you have to hide that you're hurt about.
Yeah.
So I was like, so it's 70 quid, right? And he was like, yep. I was like, okay, thank you. And I walk out clutching my chest.
Thank you.
I was, because when I was like, oh, 70 quid, actually no, wait, proper headshots, without you would cost around 300.
Yeah, if you want properly.
Yeah, and this is legit. That's his fucking job.
Yeah, he probably charges 120 probably for a half-hour slot usually.
Yeah, and because he's because I'm getting so much business, I can afford to charge.
Yeah, well, he said he was so much. The day before he came to see us, he was in Edinburgh.
Yeah,
and then the day before that, he was in Royal Welsh, which is a very prestigious college.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he's very good at what he does, and again the photos showed it. So yeah, it was good. So I read this story today that is really funny, and it's gonna make you both sad because you like animals.
Oh no. Jack hates animals, by the way.
I don't hate animals.
Jack doesn't like dogs, like any dogs.
I'm indifferent to
like
animals. Dogs. That's the thing that
I've
upsets
got
you.
A cat had its foot in our house yesterday, and you were like, "Get it out!"
You said,
"Get it out!"
Your words... Okay, I did do that. But your words were, there's a cat in the kitchen.
It was nearly in the kitchen.
But you said it was in the kitchen. So me being in the living room, assumed it was in the kitchen, and 30 seconds later, we stank shit. Like, it was as if the cat
stank shit.
We stank. Yeah, we smelled shit. Yeah, that was right. That was
that's
past
the phrase.
tense. That was right.
Stank is not an actual word.
Yeah, it is. You're stanky. It's a word. So anyway, so I was like, get the fucking cat. It's not our cat. It's a cat with one eye. It could
Pirate cat.
It is pirate cat. But it could have like, AIDS.
Cades.
It could have disease.
No, but that smell was definitely Ollie walking past these stairs to go for a poo and like it's
Crop
seeped
dusting
out.
Hey, crop dusting.
It's like what for that
corridor.
It was gross. It was gross.
Get rid of insects,
No. So anyway, this is a really funny news story that you won't like. Tragic penguin who captured hearts after falling in love with cardboard cutout has died next to his soulmate.
Yes, the anime cardboard cat.
Yeah, it's an anime character.
You got a picture?
I've got the picture of the cutout. I haven't got a picture of a dead penguin. I'm not fucked up. But yeah, the cutout was called Hululu, which is like, and then there's the penguin with it, and the penguin was called Grapekun.
Sorry?
Look, I'm not gonna say it again. Grape hyphen Kun. Grapekun. I'm not gonna say the other way.
Grapekun.
That's exactly it.
That's racist. That's racist.
You saying it's racist is racist.
So apparently,
racist,
his feelings were so profound that he apparently became notably distressed when Hululu was briefly removed during a typhoon.
Oh, I don't...
Get a laminated
But he's dead
version.
now, so who gives a shit? Well, it could have blown away.
You can't say who gives a shit. Penguins are...
Why didn't they get like a cosplay girl to dress up as her and go sit with him?
That's weird, because it's a fucking penguin.
So?
It doesn't have the emotional depth for that. It doesn't...
It clearly
you
does.
You don't know that.
It clearly does.
It fell in love, okay?
Sorry.
Has the capacity for love, has the capacity to feel.
I don't know
Not
what it
you.
does.
You don't have
I
that.
don't. You're right, I don't.
Penguins fall in love for life.
The Mirror is where you want to go for fucking tremendous journalism, right? Because here's a photo of it, and it's a photo of the penguin lying down, and the caption reads, "He died by his beloved," and then in brackets, "but he's alive in this picture," as if
Jesus.
they've gone, "Oh, he died." That's going on the website. Grape was seen with his wings outstretched and his beak pointed upwards in a penguin courtship stance used to show a penguin wants to take the relationship to the next level. He wanted to fuck the anime girl.
Yeah, he did. Who does?
Which is reverse bestiality.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a penguin wanted to fuck a human thing.
No, it's a penguin wanted to fuck a fictional character. It's different.
Alright, sure. So if you could... So Clifford the dog, if you get romantic feelings for that dog, doesn't count.
No, it's not illegal.
Not bestiality.
Nope.
It's not a real dog.
Just
I mean, if I get like a Great Dane, paint it red, then fuck it. Then yeah, there's an issue.
That's messed up.
Yeah, there's an issue there.
If you did get a real cosplay girl to go into that pen, then it,
So that's what I said. It's fucked up.
She getting some of that penguin dick.
Only if
dick.
they did stuff.
Right. Okay.
Why are we talking about this?
So even after Grape fell ill, zoo staff allowed him to remain by her side. So even when he died, she was there. And then he fucking died.
Who gets the cat out?
Can I?
I hope they bury her with him. Like, she's alive. Like,
Grape Kid is getting fed to some seals, is what's happening to him.
No.
Someone goes into the fucking enclosure, picks her up by his neck, and just chucked him into the fucking water.
That's what happened a while ago. Like,
really?
The zoo in the Netherlands had like essentially a glut of giraffes, and they had to euthanize a few because it was too many, and like because they were to a degree where they couldn't
feed them.
Well, not because of that, like because they'd lived in captivity their whole life, they couldn't be released even into like a safari park and stuff because they've been living in like this like enclosure, so they're not. They would like freak the fuck out.
Be accustomed to
what's going on. And so they euthanized some, and this like two things happened. They euthanized one, and they did it like as like a scientific show. Essentially, like at the zoo, but it was handled in like a correct way.
That doesn't make it okay.
Because they were like, do people want to see what like
euthanasia looks like on a giraffe?
Yeah.
Do you get them to take a pill and it takes really long?
You know, 4 days.
The pill is cold by the time it reaches the stomach.
Yeah, and just like so they did it, and like they did like a mini autopsy showing people like the workings and stuff. Because like it's educational, and kids go to zoos so they can work, because they want to be like a zoologist.
Like, I've seen one of them shows where it's like they get like a whale or a big fish, and then big fish,
goldfish,
and then they'll just like do an autopsy like on the show to like, show you the inner workings of the
I guess you can be educated.
Yeah, it's educational.
Yeah, and then they used said giraffe meat, and gave it to the lions, and people are like, "Whoa!" It's like, what?
Oh no! What are we gonna do with it?
No, if you're okay with the autopsy, you have to be okay with using the meat.
People weren't okay with the autopsy.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, shut up. Secondly, and it's like, wait, hang on, did you just feed giraffe to a lion?
What, like they do in the wild? yeah.
There's that thing. There's that thing that's like vegans want to try and like genetically code out carnivorous animals. So like you get like a cheetah and a lion, but
leaves.
But they're vegans.
What?
It's like just because you're upset by the fact that a lion will eat a fucking deer doesn't mean that you're right.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Did you see that thing? It was a while ago now. It was like back before summer. But PETA. The organisation were
fucking Peter.
Yeah, not Peter.
Prick.
They were handing out dog milk.
Yeah.
Not telling people it was dog milk, getting them to drink it, asking them their opinion on it, and then being like, "It's dog milk, by the way." And they were like, "Oh, if you're happy to drink cow milk, then you should be happy to drink dog milk." And people are like, "That's not the same thing. It's not the same." And I almost get where they're coming from. And if you'd released maybe an article that said, if you're happy to drink cow's milk, you should be happy to drink dog's milk, and I'd almost agree with them.
Even if they were upfront, if it was literally like, try some dog milk.
Yeah. Then I would have been like, yeah, fair enough. But the fact that they like involuntarily got people
unconsensually
people to do that, like. Yeah. Also, did you milk dogs for this experiment?
Like they had to milk a dog.
Yeah.
Whose job was it to sit there with their tiny
PETA person?
Yeah.
You know,
have you seen dog titties?
They're
not huge.
Good.
No.
And also, like cows, it hurts them if they're not milked or regularly suckled by a calf. Yeah. And regularly, cows produce more milk than a calf can fucking drink.
Yeah.
And so it's medically needed for a human to milk a cow.
Yeah, because the thing is as well, there's a show on Netflix at the moment called What the Health, and it's all about veganism and how actually being carnivorous as a species, as us, is fucking the planet, which it is, because holding trillions of cows is not good for us because of all the methane and farts that they give off, and all the waste, and the fact that we're feeding them wheat, but we could just feed us the wheat and cut out the middleman of eating steak, that sort of thing. Where was I going with this? What were we talking about? Well, I've completely forgot where this is going. I did. I actually did.
It's a nice peppercorn sauce.
Oh, so no, just like the pros of being vegan, right? And one of my friends of a friend is very strongly vegan, and she was saying things like what was she saying? Why have I blanked on this?
You're an idiot.
Well, yeah, that's true. But like no, she was saying stuff like, we could just stop with the cow thing, and my response to that is, do you think that once people so let's say that tomorrow it is illegal to eat steak, do you think that the farmers are going to be like, well, now I just own cows? They're going to shoot them because they can't release them because there are preserved areas of wildlife that if you let a cow horde go on to, not a herd, a horde, it would demolish wildlife. There are so many implications.
Breaking news, there's a horde of cows on the M6. What the fuck, farmers?
Or in a primary school and they're fucking or ramming children, it's just, what?
Jesus.
It could be
they're fucking ramming children.
That's not what I said.
Yes,
That's not what I said.
That is what you said.
That's not what I said. They're fucking or ramming children.
You didn't say or.
I did! There is tape! I literally said that. But anyway, the whole vegan thing, it just
fucking stupid.
Yeah, it
The
just...
thing
it's
is,
just...
like, I tried...
Dumb.
Well, I tried being vegetarian for a week. I didn't try vegan.
we tried that, right?
Because I can't do without, like, eggs and milk. They're kind of necessities that you kind of need.
Yeah.
For just general... Like, the shit that vegans get for protein and all that, it's just bad.
And it's expensive.
Let's
not,
absolutely.
Uni students, with a budget of like £20 or like $25 a week for food.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to buy a week's worth of nuts for the amount of protein that you would
nuts
need,
are fucking expensive.
They're really expensive. Like a tiny little pouch is like.
You need to go to Lidl
£2.
and start stealing them. Just like because I've got
take up theft
in Lidl. They've got like open bins of nuts and like pistachios, and like just like you walk past with like baggy trousers. You go, with like cargo shorts on, like Phillips
pockets,
with like, like cashews.
You're a human maraca by the end of it.
So what's that? I've got my shakers in my pocket.
Yeah, I'm Mexican. Shut up.
Yeah.
Those are little like rhythm eggs.
Yeah.
That was another argument though. Is like, oh, meat is so carcinogenic, which causes cancer. I was like,
everything is.
Well, what doesn't? For starters,
breathing causes cancer.
It literally is. That's why we have antioxidants. But like, so okay, so it causes cancer, but. Right, so we discovered that smoking is quite bad for people in the last half a century. Let's say
since it started, really.
Well, no,
because at first
not
people were like,
"This
Smoke,
is
it's
cool."
great for you.
Yeah,
there were still doctors
increase your
going.
lung capacity.
There were still doctors going. It's really bad for you.
Yeah,
It's really
but
bad
no one
for
listened to
you.
them.
Either way, it is now medically proven and scientifically backed up.
I
that
don't believe it.
No, but shut up, and let me finish. Is that it is bad for you? It hasn't stopped people. It's taxed to buggery.
Yeah.
It hasn't stopped people.
It's like 10 quid a fucking packet,
and it
people
hasn't stopped
have
people.
5.
So like, because something is bad for you does not mean that the human race goes, oh good, okay, we'll stop doing that now.
Yeah.
You know, alcohol. If we discovered alcohol now, there's no way that it would be legal, but it
Literally
is,
poison.
and it's taxed to buggery. Like, think of all the money that the government makes off meat products. You think that they're just gonna go, yeah, no, let's make that illegal. It's bad for you. No way. No way. It is ridiculous, and the whole prospect is ridiculous. You might get rid of it in a century or so, but I don't think it's gonna happen. People like meat too much. That is why. Not because of the health benefits, not because of the saving the planet, because we're all too selfish to give a shit about that.
Yeah.
You know,
well, think about how big the food industry is.
Yeah.
The restaurant industry
it would
is
collapse.
one of the biggest things in the fucking world.
Yeah, because people need to eat.
Every dish on a menu in a restaurant is based around one meat.
Yeah, and if it hasn't, it's literally got a symbol saying this hasn't got a central meat thing in it.
This is for you, special person.
Otherwise you're having like rice with a tomato sauce on it. That's
or
it.
A stuffed pepper.
Yeah.
With cheese.
Is your pumpkin, you puff.
Wow.
Have your butternut squash
Yes,
pressed into a fucking tomato. You dickhead.
Wow, we got pretty heated about meat. We got pretty meat.
We need meat.
I've got some stories about psychopathic vegans, like watching these videos and it's the same guy. These 2 stories I've got. Like these guys are fishing. These guys are fishing, and they had a fish, and they were taking it to eat. Taking these like fish to eat. You're allowed to fish in this river that they were at. Take it and eat.
Yeah.
Because it was like filled with like fucking trout or something like that.
Sure.
And so they just had this fish just like lying on the floor, just waiting for it to die. Because neither of them had a priest, so they couldn't do that. Not like
you have to wait? Hang on, what?
Not like a amen priest. In like fishing, you call your priest. It's just like a heavy lump,
something to kill it.
Yeah, to go like kunk on its head, and it's fucking.
Dead,
that's kind of mean, though. You're letting the fish suffocate to death. Not that I care.
I'm not gonna hold it by the feeling. Like,
well, that's like I'm not gonna eat something that I knowingly know has suffered.
Yeah.
Like. What do you mean,
I don't care.
Oh,
I think it's immoral, but I think more things are more immoral.
Like Harvey Weinstein.
Like Harvey Weinstein's more immoral.
Harvey Weinstein.
We'll eat Harvey Weinstein. We'll solve the problems.
Yeah,
brilliant.
And this guy, like, then these they come up filming it, and these vegans are like, wait, are you allowed to fish? I was like, yeah, we've got our fishing licenses, and this is an open waterway. We're allowed to do it. And these guys are like, it's absolutely disgusting. How dare you? That is one of God's creatures, like religious vegans.
Oh boy.
Yeah, And in a book that openly talks about animal sacrifice, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And son sacrifice, but let's not, let's not talk about that. Whatever.
Humans aren't people.
Nah.
Or animals.
Humans aren't people. We need that on a t-shirt.
Humans aren't people.
Humans aren't people. Yeah, sorry. So
yeah, and like they're over like, they're over going, oh, it's absolutely disgusting. How dare you do this? And like getting really in these people's face. And these two guys are just like, just fuck
chill.
off.
Yeah.
Just fuck off. There's a kids parked behind them. These people are going nuts and screaming. There's women crying. First off, it's a fish.
Yeah, so that's why I don't really care. You know,
if it was like a cow lying there bleeding out of its neck, then yeah, there's a bit of an issue. Yeah. But it's a fucking fish, and don't say that you don't equate certain animals to certain existence. Like if someone had a fish and a dog, you'd save the fucking dog easily.
You'd feed the fish to the dog in an instant
to save the dog.
Are you hungry, buddy? Oh, here you go. Yeah, like, and this guy like grabs this fish off the floor, like really roughly. If you didn't know, fish have really delicate bones. Yeah, grabs it and like
gills
fucking
and fins.
like spiral passes it into the water.
Go long.
Yeah, like it's like that fish is fucking dead now.
Yeah, you've just like made all its blood go through its head.
And fucks it up, and then like the guy's like, "Yeah, we saved the fish." Oh, okay, well we're gonna stay here and fish.
Yeah, we're gonna just fish it back out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wade through, look for the one that's now got brain damage, like swimming upside down.
Yeah,
poor bastard.
And again, these guys are like, "Yeah, we're here to stop these bastards taking these beautiful, beautiful creatures that some people call pigs, but I don't. They're wonderful creatures."
Pig is not a derogatory term to a pig.
Yeah.
It's not
human.
It's fact.
Like,
yeah, right. Some people call them dogs. Some people call them bitches. I don't call them that.
I call them quadrupedal furry people.
Quadrupedal furry people.
Hello, we are the quadrupedal furry people.
That sounds like a K-pop band.
Yeah.
Quadrupedal.
I like these guys. Like these two guys. Like, yeah, they're gonna bring it in this lorry, and we're gonna stop it getting into the place. These two guys like stood there in the driveway,
yawning.
That's the sound of the lorry pulling in. Yeah, pulling in. These two guys are like,
no, I was yawning.
These two guys are like, stop, and the lorry driver's like, fuck you. Honks his horn and just keeps driving at a nice, reasonable pace.
Nice.
And these people
so
like,
I'm gonna hit you and hurt you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill you.
I don't give a fuck. You're in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these guys are like, oh my god, that guy's fucking crazy. Are you guys okay? Like, yes. The man doing his job is the crazy one. You're the one going, save the pig! For what?
Why?
What's your plan after?
Yeah, so this is my thing. This is the thing with like, oh, now I just own pigs.
Yeah, like,
pigs don't...
you own 200 pigs now. Good job.
Yeah, they will be shot, or they will be let loose and just overpopulate themselves, or fuck themselves into oblivion, or kill each other, or diminish all their food resources.
And by the way, if you fall asleep, if you pass out or get knocked out in a pig pen, they will fucking eat you.
Oh yeah, you better believe it.
Happens all the time. Farmers will lose fingers and shit like that because pigs are greedy bastards.
Yeah, hence the phrase greedy as a pig.
Snatch, go watch it.
Yeah, Snatch is a great film.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Snatch.
And educate you about pigs.
Yeah, it does.
It's just
really
fucking
cool
ridiculous. Like the idea of veganism is just fucking absurd to me. Like
It's-
I get
it's
people
an
who are like,
idealist
get
thing.
people who are like,
Oh, yeah,
it's for
absolutely.
dietary needs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like loads of meat doesn't agree with me. Like me personally, like beef does not agree with me at all. Like, I eat it and feel like pure shit.
Yeah, you just don't eat it, do you?
No, like just don't like literally like chicken. Literally all I eat. Really, like I'll eat pork occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
I love pork.
I like pork.
It's not because I don't like pork. It's just because chicken's easy to cook.
Yeah,
Not really. Not really.
And it's cheaper.
It is cheaper.
Not cheaper.
Although like 5 chicken breasts is like £6. That's a lot of money.
This is a really interesting conversation now.
Sorry,
I need
we're
to go-
students. This is what we got to think about. These
we
things.
gotta think about these things.
I need to go to the shop. I need some chicken.
We know. We should buy food after this.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Get food after this.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just absurd.
Uh-huh.
Just the idea is absurd. Like specifically like PETA as an organisation is fucking awful.
They're messed up,
no,
though.
They're
Yeah,
criminals.
yeah.
Like one of the biggest things that like brought the most attention was like the whole like this is the other half of your like woolly jumper, and it was like a lamb like sliced up to fucking dead, and this like attractive man holding it. And it's like, well, first off, that's a plastic dummy. Secondly, you've never seen a sheared fucking sheep in your life.
Yeah.
Or a non-sheared
sheep.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they will just keep growing
Yeah.
wool and eventually die.
Yeah, they'll overheat, or like
Overheat.
fall over. And
It's like
not be able to
technically
get
like the
up
sheep
and
that
die.
need shearing. They were bred to do that. They were bred to like create masses of wool because it was needed because humans went, fuck, those sheep look warm.
I'm not warm.
Yeah,
I need that.
Yeah.
I love what he's having.
And like if you ever watch, I encourage you to go and watch a sheep shearing because it is the cutest thing ever. Because sheep are like, they'll struggle a bit and then they'll just lie there like, ooh,
They'll stick a leg out like, ooh, yeah.
And then like they'll be like naked, like, yeah, woo!
I'm so light now.
Yeah,
I'm
so hopping about, and it's awesome.
Yeah, watch like a professional sheep shearer. They're fucking good at what they do.
Yeah,
they'll do it. They'll do like 4 clean
Don't they do
strokes.
Don't they do competitions?
Yeah, there's proper competitions, like people like shearing sheep in like 15 seconds.
Yeah,
and like
it's crazy.
how quickly can you, how like clean can you get like a coat off in one piece?
Oh, cool.
It's like one long roll of wool.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna wear it as a body warmer.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
And like because where I live, there's a sheep farmer and he's just got this small flock, and he gets these mad fucking Kiwis to come and do it. And
God.
Yeah, and like so obviously New Zealand people know their sheep even better than the Welsh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we know our sheep.
Yeah.
Inside out.
New Zealand,
Literally.
New Zealand is bigger whales.
Yeah, literally. Bigger, better whales.
Yeah, it's just more mountains, more sheep.
Yeah.
How you describe
More crazy people.
Yeah, crazier tribal people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was. Did you guys see the post? It was on like Unilad, and then like the Mirror have picked it up. But it's someone in a like house or a flat or whatever, and they're like, guys, I don't mean to sound like I'm nagging, but I've noticed that the swivel stools are all different heights, and I just think if you've used a stool, you should return it to its full height before leaving the kitchen. I don't want to come in from a long day of lectures to see all the stools at different heights. Thanks, guys.
Okay, well, I am breaking one of those stools. I'm breaking all the stools so they stay at one particular height.
They're all off.
So they're all fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
I literally want to go to them and just be like, shut the fuck up!
You would, right?
I just go, no.
No!
I'm not. No. No.
No! It's such a weird
It's
thing.
such an
If that's
unreasonable
like
request.
if that's like a
'Cause it's-
compulsive disorder thing, it's semi-understandable.
But it's
that
your
you'd be
thing.
like, yeah.
But it's your thing.
If you've got a problem,
And also, welcome
You're
to the
gonna deal
real
with it.
world. Stuff isn't as always as you want it.
yeah.
Yeah.
This might be quite helpful for you because you might go, oh shit, I can't always have
Have it
everything
as
the way I
need
want.
it, and now
I'm
you might have
growing
to
as a
fix it
person.
myself.
And I'm
Yeah.
not going to enable you with your stupid fucking needs.
Thing yeah. So Jake got a new housemate, and
Yeah.
the day he moved in, he took like 6 showers.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
6
thinking,
showers.
is he like, because he said he's got like 2 mates with him, are they just having like vigorous sex?
So he's
All
like
that what it
day
is?
long.
sweaty.
So he's always got that
But then
taint
at that
smell
point,
going
you're
on.
like, having a shower is just like wasting time.
Yeah,
Just-
or just all get in the shower, you know?
yeah.
Like, all
You just do
three.
it in the shower.
Yeah.
Once you-
One
once you,
long
once you
shower.
got that sex stink, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right?
exactly.
Yeah,
It's
you
sort-
just keep
it's
going.
an appealing smell.
Yeah,
Once
it
you've
is.
both made
You
it
can
together.
just get used to it.
Yeah,
You
like,
do.
oh, yeah, it's musty. Love it.
Desensitized
Yeah.
to it. Yeah, it's such a ridiculous. Like,
Smells like a pig farm.
fucking
Oh.
living with people you don't know is the worst thing on the planet as well.
I'm like scared for after uni when I might have to live with people that, because if you're like house sharing, there might be people that you have never met before.
You're gonna
that
house
just
share
kind
after
of-
uni?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing after uni. I literally
I
don't know.
don't know.
But yeah, there's like the chance that it might happen, and then you've just got a random person in your house. And
Yeah, it's
like,
the worst. It's the worst. People are the
weird thing.
worst.
People are shit.
The
People
worst.
fucking suck.
They are.
So-
Going back to the fucking stool thing.
Yeah.
This has just triggered me. I'm triggered by your triggeredness. Like just the idea, like, because it's not like, guys, would you really like just try and keep like the table clean or something like
Yeah.
that? It sets me off. Or do you washing up, Ollie? Something like that. Yeah.
Do your washing up. Do it.
I feel like there's some message that I'm trying to get here.
You figure it out. We'll go back and watch the podcast.
Yeah.
It's through it all. Like every 5 minutes we've just gone, do your
Wash
washing.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it's not like it's something like this is something that really fucking like absolutely like sets me off, and I've
Yeah.
got like a phobia of it.
Yep.
Or something like that. Like our housemate, she's got a phobia of vomit, and so we don't.
Vomit.
Yeah, we don't vomit.
Don't vomit.
We've never vomited.
And
No.
we don't massively talk about vomit or
Yeah.
try and avoid like videos and stuff that involve vomit. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Because it's just like we don't need it.
Yeah.
We don't want to
like-
deal with the aftermath.
And you can work around certain quips and compulsions and things
Yeah.
like that, and issues that your flatmates have. And if, like I said, if that is an issue that you have as a person, that is your thing.
That's a
you
you
fix
problem.
it. You can fix it. You can come in and you can adjust them all. Like, it takes you 10 seconds out of your day. And yeah, that's really all I have to say on it. It is your thing.
Yeah. It's like my thing, like the scrapey noise is like pulling something out of a freezer, making that noise, like
opening a tuna can.
Like, makes me like fucking gag and like freak out. But I'm not like, guys, stop doing it.
Yeah,
because you can't like go,
oh, Hal's here, can't open the freezer. Like,
oh, well. Defrost the freezer before I get anything out of it.
Yeah, gotta just on it. Like, cool off hair.
Yeah, because it's like
it's your thing.
It's my thing, and I can't get annoyed at you.
And you
can
remove yourself from that situation, or you can deal with it. It's bad.
Just fuck off.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about old housemate habits, or do we not want to do that? You've both gone silent.
I'll say no.
You say no?
Alright, I've got another funny news story, I think.
Okay, let's do that instead. Let's not talk about
Oh, yeah, it's a girl at a One Direction concert.
Don't smack your phone on your leg right next to the fucking mic.
Girl at One Direction concert collapsed her lung.
Yeah,
screaming so loud.
Yeah, I saw this.
She said she said she got like short of breath like halfway through, but like soldiers on because she's such a good fan. Because that's what every musician wants to hear, rather than they're singing along with my song, they're applauding. No, they just want to hear
yeah, just like one fucking scream.
Fucking and she collapsed her fucking lung. She was screaming that much.
It's not loyalty, it's insanity.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, like it's just disturbing.
Yeah.
Like fangirls for boy bands are fucking disturbing.
They're weird, man.
And like grown. Like I get it if you're like fucking like 13 to 16.
Yeah. I think if you got to 16, you're still pushing it.
Yeah.
I think
but
like you're old
any
enough now.
higher than that. Like if you're like a 20-year-old woman who's like, like fucking
and like busting lungs.
Yeah, like get better taste.
Literally
in
busting
music.
a lung.
Get better taste. Like you can listen to the song and go, wow, this is actually fucking garbage.
Yeah, musically this is not great. Lyrically this is not great. You know, there's a lot to be desired with that kind of music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good time to end because we've got someone in the house who's making really weird noises.
Fuck are they doing?
Someone's fapping in the kitchen.
Yeah. Right, should we wrap it up? It's about now, right?
Yeah.
Close enough.
Fuck One Direction. Fuck Harvey Weinstein. Fuck vegans.
And fuck you. Good night. No, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you. Bye. Oh, by the way, it was Hal,
Jack,
and Ollie.
Yeah, we'll do this right at the end of the podcast, just in case.
Forgot to say it.
Wildcard.
I noticed like 15 minutes through, and I didn't want to like interrupt and say
Hal, Jack, and Ollie.
Yeah, I don't want to do it, but check back next week around the same time.
Yeah, we might be doing something spoopy
for Halloween. Yeah,
Halloween.
It's not next week; it's the week after that, though.
It's not going to be called
Halloween.
It's going to be called Halloween.
That's the title
Halloween.
of that podcast. It's Halloween.
Halloween.
Yay. Okay. Good night.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.